Hi, I'm David Ireland, the Wildlife Man. I've come here to the highlands in Victoria. It's the middle of winter and it's cold. In fact, the tops of these mountains are covered in snow. I've come here to hunt the Holy Grail, arguably the hardest animal to hunt, and that's the sambar deer that live in this very rugged country. And the rifle I've brought along is the Rigby Deerstalker rifle, arguably the finest brand rifle made anywhere in the world. Now, the Highland Stalker was inspired by the same smaller caliber rifles that Rigby produced back at the turn of the century. Now, Rigby is extremely proud of the Highland Stalker's striking lines. A rounded grip shape and the lack of a cheek piece gives it a very classic look. Plus, its lightweight frame makes it ideal for mountain hunting. The rifle features grade 5 wood as standard. A hand-finished checkering, the rifle's magazine holds 4+1 for all calibers. Now, I've partnered this beautiful Rigby rifle with a very high quality scope. This is the Leica 4-6. Now, the Leica 4-6 combines the puristic rifle scope design with high optical image performance.
Well, these dogs have been bred specifically to hunt deer since the 1990s. The genetics in the dog make me look good, to be honest. It's 80% in the genetics of the dog to find and sneak and point in on animals, and the training really focuses on bringing those instincts out. It's not easy. It takes probably about 12 months to get a dog really operating well, and that's about 6 months of serious training. An English pointer is a really strong air scenting dog. This instinct to point is all about air scent. And that's what makes them so good. They don't need to get too close and see the deer, which, you know, hopefully we can see in action, where they'll stay off the deer on air scent pointing, and it allows us to maybe get a shot guiding a bloke who's never done it before.
Yeah, like me, but the thing is that they're not like a pig dog that runs in and grabs the deer. When you talk about pointing, what do you mean by pointing?
So pointing is really a skill in a dog that's been line bred and inbred and developed over years, and it's a pause before the pounce. And these dogs, in particular English pointers, have been bred to have very low aggression to catch. They'd much rather find and point, knowing full well that as the hunter, my job will then be to finish the job for them. This point allows them, while they're at distance, to still lock onto something and not flush it away. And as far as I know, there's no one else on earth that has a program like I do that's breeding specifically for finding a deer before the shot, a training program that accompanies that, as well as an opportunity for me to take you into the bush.
Now, the numbers, there's certainly no threat that they're going to vanish, is there? What sort of numbers are there in Victoria sambar deer?
I think they estimate now a million, over a million. Yeah. Wow. You know, it's on the cusp in some people's mind of an invasive pest, and then in some people's mind, like mine, you know, this is a real asset that obviously requires careful management, but certainly it's not akin to a fox where it's just killing everything. This animal gives us a lot back.
But also, I mean, they're generating a lot of money, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a whole
local community.
Oh, here's a guy like me, fully, you know, employed through the pursuits of hunting them.
Well, we're going to go up into the mountains, and we're going to do the best we can with these beautiful dogs and all your expertise and training.
Yep.
And hopefully I might be able to gain myself a sambar deer. Hopefully a big buck would be nice.
We all dream of that, Dave.
We know. So I don't know what our chances are, but I know they're a lot higher having you with me.
A lot of having the dogs with us. Yeah. These are the weapons, really.
Simon, now I have a very experienced, well-trained man here to help us achieve this film. What have we got here? You've got a GH4
Panasonic GH4 for shooting in 4K.
You got a GoPro here as well?
Yes, well I do a bit of hunting myself, so I try and film, just to make my hunts harder with a bow, I try and film everything myself.
Wow, satellite phone, first aid equipment, GH4, binoculars, rangefinder and GoPro, and a fit man that's got experience.
And we have what I call a kill kit, which has our game bags, knives, everything for processing.
Oh, okay, for
processing
butchering the animal.
And this pack's designed to carry as much meat as you can handle.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, with you, Simon, and also Daniel, I think we're ready to go. So tomorrow morning we set off into the mountains and see if we can bag a sandbar deer. Trained so well, they did such a good job, Dan.
To get that on film, both of them locking on point. That was tough country, wasn't it?
We're coming down this really steep mountain. The dogs smelt the deer and they both stop, they freeze and they point.
They were actually air scenting that down for what, 200 metres.
Yeah.
We just came down eventually. That point's just the finale.
Ah, sensational.
Wasn't it?
The fascinating thing about these sandbar is they are the biggest deer species we have in Australia. Certainly the heaviest. You can see the size of these animals. They're a monstrous creature, they really are. Magnificent. Very, very big animal. But if you look at the coloration, and look at the coloration of the bush, these mountains, the scrub we're hunting in, they perfectly match, so they're really hard to see. Really hard to spot. Although Dan and especially his dogs, they find them by scent. Then they point, and then it gives us a chance to really look with the binoculars and see the animal and then hopefully get a shot. But it's not easy. These sandbar have got incredible senses, fantastic hearing and amazing sense of smell. They can hear grasshoppers jumping off the grass when you're walking through it from bloody 50 or 100 yards away. Their hearing is insane, but especially their sense of smell. So it's a very hard animal to hunt. It takes a lot of skill. And with the help of people like Dan and his spotting dogs, you've got a chance of getting one. And we did. Also having a fine rifle like the Rigby. Beautiful rifle, beautifully made, really quiet, bold action, and super accurate. And it did the job for me. So it's been a special day.